Hey guys, so this video is actually a follow-up to a video I did about a week ago or so. We're going to be talking about the status of the market in terms of volume of buyers or traffic of buyers and traffic of sellers. I'm not going to give you specific numbers because that would take a long time. I want to make this video quick, so I'm going to show you a map, and it's going to be color-coded, and it's going to tell you or show you how the traffic looks like in each state, right? So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, feedback, or anything at all, give me a call, shoot me a text at 407-308-4518 or send me an email at peter@flreagent.com. Now, I came up here to my office and I was doing research on this very subject, and I came across these cool maps, and I figured I would share them with you guys and honestly just show you guys, with an actual visual, not just my words, because I can sit here and ramble for a long time, right? So listen, we're gonna look at buyers first. So go ahead and take a look at the screen. And if you look, let's focus on Florida really quick. Look at the legend on the bottom right-hand corner right next to Florida. You see gray is weak. Let's just say light blue is stable and dark blue is strong. So if you look at the map, Florida is sitting stable. Honestly, it is sitting at an average year, as to say, in terms of buyers. There's about the same number of buyers right now out there than there were last year and the year before that. Now let's look at something else. Let's look at Arizona or Alaska or Oregon or Pennsylvania. All those states have a really, really strong buyer presence at the moment. And typically that means they're higher than normal. So for some reason, people are either moving out of California, Nevada, Texas, Colorado, North Dakota, Louisiana, Missouri, Georgia, Florida, Illinois, New York, and New Jersey, and going other places, and New Hampshire, and going other places, or they're just buying their second homes, third homes, whatever the case may be. So that map right there shows you that, listen, if you right now are in the market to buy a house, and you look at that map subjectively to what you're trying to do, if you go to one of the dark blue states, then you're gonna have more competition, meaning that the prices are probably gonna be higher if there's an influx of buyers and not enough homes, okay? Stay with me. If you go to another, like a light blue state, then you have little buyers, a small number of buyers, meaning that you're not gonna have as much competition, which means that there may be an influx of homes for sale. We'll get to that in a second with the next map, but there may be an influx of homes, meaning that the odds are gonna be in your favor. So keep that in mind when you're looking to buy homes. That's just how it works. Now, let's look at the map for the sellers. Take a look, and if you look, you'd be surprised, but look at that. Everything is gray except for a few states, meaning that, Wyoming, Virginia, Louisiana, and Alaska right now have an average seller traffic. That's what they have. They have about the same number of sellers on the market than they have, any other year. But look at the rest of the country. It's weak, meaning inventory is low, not just in Florida. And listen, here in Florida, we talk about, inventory being low and having 3.2 or less months of inventory, and how people need to sell their homes. Listen, it's not just here. If you look at the entire United States, inventory is low everywhere. Now, does the COVID-19 thing have something to do with it? Does the pandemic thing have something to do with it? Sure, people are scared, people are fearful to sell their homes because honestly, they don't know what tomorrow is gonna bring. But isn't that about the same as any other day, honestly? Like, if you look at the numbers, the stats, your future plans don't stop because of everything that's going on. At least I don't think they do, right? At least for some of you. But let's look at the map again. Look at that. Everything is weak, meaning there is virtually nobody or very, very little people selling their homes. Now, that actually impacts the economy like a lot. If you remember what I said a few videos ago, real estate is one of the main driving forces of the economy. Take an insurance company, for example. How do you think an insurance company stays in business? The insurance company, and I know this because, by the way, I have my 215 license. I used to also be active in insurance. I've maintained the license active, but I don't practice it at the moment. I've been doing real estate for 5 years. But what that means is, listen, insurance companies take your money, right, your premiums and everything, and they don't let it sit in the bank. They don't do that. They take your money, and I speak from experience, they take your money and they put it in different investments, and the bulk of that is real estate, okay? So the only way insurance companies stay in business is if you pay them and they put their money into something that gives them a multiple on their investment. And most of that is real estate. So real estate is one of the main driving forces of this economy. So the fact that honestly, there's very, very little homes in the market right now tells me a few things. One, it tells me that when this pandemic is over, there's going to be an influx of people trying to get their house on the market to sell. Now, that actually has a negative effect on values. It has a negative effect on a lot of things, but the main one I'll talk about is value. If you have a commodity, right, and you have a ridiculous amount of competitors, some that are either about as good, if not better than you, what's going to happen to your commodity? What's going to happen to that product? It's going to get automatically devalued in most cases. Not every case, but in most cases, it's going to automatically be devalued because the competition and you are fighting for the same dollar. You know what I mean? So in turn, this one commodity that you have, you're either going to have to lower the price, or when someone comes in and buys this one at a much lower price than yours, it's going to automatically lower your price, right? There's going to be too much on the market to justify a high price. The competition is going to be too great. So keep that in mind. My point in saying that, based on that map that you saw twice or you saw once, let's look at it again. Based on this map right here, you see that right now the competition is low to sell your house. However, keep in mind that the prices have not changed much. Right now, the prices are stable. Values are stable throughout the United States. So what does that tell you? That means you can sell your house for what it's worth now and have very, very little competition. The number of buyers right now are about the same in Florida anyway that have been any other year. Meaning you have very, very little competition, you still have the same amount of buyers, and prices are still, have not been affected negatively. They're stable. Meaning you can get the money for your house. If you wait to put your house on the market later, that value that you see right here, the buyers are gonna go up, because when this thing is over, a lot of buyers are gonna go back to buying a house. Your value is gonna be here for a little bit. When the rest of the listings skyrocket, your value may actually take a dip, because now you're dealing with competition. You have an influx of homes on the market, which means that it's gonna start turning to a buyer's market. Right now we're in a seller's market. If you have too many homes in the market, it's gonna turn to a buyer's market, meaning they have the advantage, okay? So that's all. That's where I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna let you absorb, that for a minute. I'm gonna let you sit on that thought for a minute. Think about that. Contact someone like me or someone else that does real estate for a living. Part-time is great. Don't get me wrong. I love part-time agents as well. Hey, listen, I call them dual career agents. Contact a dual career agent, a full-time agent. Contact an agent that has, two wits about them, and actually have them do the research on your particular home and what they think it would sell for. And you make the decision on whether or not that'd be good enough for you or not, okay? But right now, I'm telling you, if you're thinking about selling your home, I know tomorrow's, unknown, but guess what? That's every day, right? That's every day. So if you're considering selling your home, talk to someone. If you're considering buying a home, talk to someone. There's, great deals going on out there in terms of buyers, in terms of sellers. If you wait too long, you're gonna miss the train if you wait too long. So anyway, if you have questions, comments, concerns, anything at all, if you want me to send you these links, you can always, screenshot them from the video. But if you want me to send you these pictures, send me a text, send me an email, whatever, and I'll send them to you. Again, 407-308-4518, or send me an email at peter@flreagent.com. I'm gonna continue, doing research, and you guys can have a good night. All right, talk to you soon. Bye.